sits third in 410 points here at Skagit Speedway with 1,056. He's 126 points back of Jason Sowald. Sowald has 1,182 points. Starks has 1,177 points. We hit more of the IMCA Modifieds. There is your points leader, the 66 of Jeff Westergaard. He leads the points battle, and for the most part has it pretty well wrapped up as well. IMCA Modifieds get points based on finishing position, so Westergaard leads the points with 230, Holtrup second at 218, so Westergaard for the most part has that points championship all but wrapped up. Of course, anything could happen, but it's looking really good for Jeff Westergaard. Well, we reached the end of the pit area here at Skagit Speedway. It's Nelson Reisner, first responder night. Thank you to all our first responders, and thank you for hanging out with me on Eric's pre-race, pit walk, and talk.
In partnership with 210 Brewing Co. and Skagit Speedway comes the brand new Skagit Speedway Hazy IPA. You can find and try this beer at the Skagit Speedway Beer Garden, plus check it out at the Railroad Pub and Pizza in Burlington. With notes of citrus, pineapple, and sweet berry fruits, it's bound to get you going just like you were out there on the track. Check out the new Skagit Speedway Hazy IPA today. And remember, please drink responsibly.
My name is Sean Petersmark. I'm a firefighter. EMT with Burlington Fire Department, and being a first responder is important to me because I get to be there on some of people's worst days and hopefully be a light for their hard times. I feel like it chose me. I felt like whenever there was something that was going wrong, I wanted to be there to help other people out.
Um, 27 years, and I was at Sijuwoli Fire Department for a year and a half before that. I got into the fire service after becoming a volunteer at Sijuwoli, and I really enjoyed it as a volunteer, and I wanted to take it to the next level and try to become a career, and that's how I got into the career service or fire service, and enjoying it. And currently, what makes my job easy is I have a great crew, and makes my job not a lot of stress. And I have both my sons that are working at Mount Vernon Fire Department, which is pretty cool. My youngest just got hired back in January. My oldest has been there for 6.5 years. So
their way onto the track. Wheel packing is all done. Hot laps or practice if you prefer. First up on the program, this is just a chance for the drivers to shake down the cars, put a little heat in the motors if they didn't come out and pack for particularly long. First real chance to get up to speed, make sure that everything's put together right, see if they want to make any changes. After their hot lap, they'll move on into the infield. They'll pit out of the infield through qualifying before heading back to their trailers from there. Carmart USA, the sponsor of the 410 Sprint cars. Always remember, if you need a new car, do what's smart and come on over to Carmart. We are active on social media tonight. Make sure that you have hit Skagit Speedway on Facebook, Instagram, the X platform, as well as Snapchat and TikTok, I believe, all up and functional. And if you're not a social media person, you can't always find us on the World Wide Web. We are SkagitSpeedway.com. Live timing and scoring available for you on the My Race Pass app. You can get that in Google or the Apple Store, either or for those. Both will keep you up and happy with live timing and scoring, lineups, and more. That is the My Race Pass app. It is a paid-for app. It is not a free app, just FYI as you go looking for it. First cars coming out on the raceway for our hot laps tonight. On Speedway out of Bellingham, Washington. Two-time winner last night at Deming Speedway for their season championships. It is the DeBoer & Sons Custom Farming, Les Schwab Tires of Burlington, Skagit, Ready Mix, PDR Marine Fabrication, Everson Auction 7-0 of Colin Mackey. Colin Mackey is the 7-0. First car on the track. Starting to gas her up, coming out and through the corner. Follow him with car number 26. Out of Burlington, Washington, the wing down, Speed Mart, Race Reading Foundation, Powder Coated Inc., Shark Racing Engines car of Eric Fisher. Fisher is the 26 car. Following him, that is the 95 out of Burlington of Justin Youngquist. Youngquist, the Ground Zero Gymnastics, Cascade Pizza, Jody Dines, Brown, McMillan, Crawford, Garage Doors, Piazza Construction, number 95. The 9, that's Greg Otis. Otis in the 9, Otis Concrete, Tech Testing and CX Services, Skagit Ready Mix and All-Terrain Construction. Car number 21P is Robbie Price. Robbie Price, the 21P is from Cobble Hill, BC. Saratoga Motorsports Park, Shark Racing Engines, Malahat Auto Wrecking, Grinders Automotive and Marine, and Cow Creek Mining and Exploration. As session 1 rolls to a close. 16 Carmart USA 410 Sprint cars here in the building tonight. And the one more car on the racetrack that we didn't get to is the F1 of Levi Klatt. Klatt the F1. Favre Racing Engines. Gordy Serwald Racing, amongst others, on the F1 for Klatt. Price, quickest car on the racetrack so far. Youngquist 2, Fisher 3, Mackey 4, and Otis 5. If you guys are dialed in with a headset tonight, you can go to TrackTune. Find the TrackTune app, pick it up, and enjoy all of the audio coming from the announcer's booth tonight. That is the TrackTune app, up and functional tonight here at Skagit Speedway. next group of Car-Mart USA 410 sprint cars will be rolling onto the speedway. Racing with the 410s tonight will be the after-hours collision Terraza Auto Detail 51 of Dustin Gehring. Dustin Gehring out of Oak Harbor is the 51. Lewis Auto Glass, black market speed on the car. Going for Rookie of the Year this year, driving the Great Western Transport Pacific Performance Coatings. First Line Systems, Newman Racing number 91 out of Snohomish, that's Chase Getz. Chase Getz, the 91. On the raceway tonight, driving the 13, what a run it was for him at the high limit event at Harrisburg, Oregon. That's Tyler Thompson. Tyler Thompson and the Jeff Needham and Brock Lemley pack trucking combination Pacific Coast Welding Marine number 13 car. To a stop comes Thompson in the 13 off the inside of turn number 2. So Thompson rolling to a break here. Some other cars on racetrack, including Mill Creek's Cam Smith in the 17. Smith Adrian Motorsports QuickTime Espresso, QuickTime Transport, Linden's Restoration and Fab DC Sign 17 car. That should be it other than one more, which is the 18 of Jason Solwald. Solwald, the Car-Mart USA, Blue Cow Car Wash. Thanks Aaron Lulu's Espresso entry as your quick time so far at 11.589, 11589. With time so far, should have a few more coming out. Second in points coming into tonight. Car number 55 out of Puyallup, that is Trey Starks. Starks, the TNC Concept, Starks Racing AL Driveline Newland Bar Service. Melby Fabrication and Truck Repair number 55. Alaska West Air, Leah Brown, L&J Enterprises on the 1C. 21 of Jesse Schlattfeld. Schlattfeld in the Grinders Automotive and Marine Triple X Race Components, Johansson Mechanical High Performance Lubricants, Pacific Performance Coatings 21. $20K, Kai Dixon. Dixon in the Go-Go Hobbies, Built Performance. Number 20K. And Dan Reynolds, the 95R, should be the last car on the racetrack. Reynolds, Serpro Torches, Diamondback Shooting Range, Auto Body Supercenter, and Beck Sawmill. Well, fastest car appears to be Schlottfeld on the night at 11.397. Trey Stark second quick at 11.416. Solwald, your points leader at 11.589. Colton Heath at 11.669. Robbie Price at 11.787. Nelson Reisner night here at Skagit Speedway. First Responders night. Along with that, take a second and thank the Kokusa Motel, one of our preferred hotels here at Skagit Speedway. Built in 1962, constantly renovating, making that place awfully nice. You can check them out downtown Burlington, right off of I-5. Come on in, mention Skagit Speedway, and get discounted rates. It's the Kokusa Motel, right off I-5 in Burlington. Well, cars getting ready to push as you see them moving around in the staging lane and in your center pit area. Our $5,000 to win 30-lap A main event will cap the night at Skagit Speedway. Right now, the calm before the storm as we wait for these cars to come out. Track records at 10.586. Track record owned by David Gravel, set all the way back August of 2019. And your first car to come and qualify tonight is out of Cobble Hill, British Columbia. Driving the Saratoga Motorsports Park, Shark Racing Engines, Malahat Auto Wrecking, Grinders Automotive and Marine, Cow Creek Mining, and Exploration 21B, Robbie Price. Price, lap number 1:11.396, 1:13.96. Second time buys 11.318 for Robbie. 1:13.18 sets the quick qualifying mark. Quick times here tonight. Start things off at Skagit Speedway. Next out and on the racetrack in the wing down, Speed Mart, Race Rain Foundation, Powder Coating Inc., Shark Racing Engines number 26. This is Eric Fisher. Eric Fisher on the track with 11.545. And checkered flag on lap number 2 for Fish, 11.534, 1:15.34. Green flag out for the 95 of Justin Youngquist, Ground Zero Gymnastics, Cascade Pizza, Jody Dines and Brown McMillan, Crawford Garage Doors, Piazza Construction, sponsoring on the Dines Racing Machine. Youngquist's first lap in and around. 11.518 is the time, 1:15.18. Second time by for Youngquist. And it's 11.634, 1:16.34 for Justin Youngquist. Coming out next in the 7 Little O out of Bellingham, Washington, it's the DeBoer & Sons Custom Farming, Les Schwab Tires of Burlington, Skagit Ready Mix, PDR Marine Fabrication, Everson Auction, 7 Little O of Colin Mackey. Mackey, first time around, 11.850, 1:18.50. Your 600 champion at Deming Speedway after last night. Mackey's second lap is slower at 11.932. Qualifying next, this is the 9 of Greg Otis. Otis, Cedar Woolley, Washington-based driver, Otis Concrete, Tech Testing and CX Services, Skagit Ready Mix, and All-Terrain Construction. The lap for Greg is an 11.817. He's fourth fastest, 11.817. And lap number 2 for the 9 car, Otis with a 12.077, 12077. The Father Racing Engines F1. It is Levi Klatt. Klatt in the F1. Levi comes around at 11.889, 11889. Driver from British Columbia. Makes the exit on turn number 4, and the lap at 11.883, 11883. To the Speedway next from Oak Harbor, Washington, it's the After Hours Customs and Collision Lewis Auto Glass Terraza Auto Detail car of Dustin Gehring. Gehring, the 51. And 12.761 on the first time by for Dustin. 12761. Gehring, a 360 powered competitor here with us tonight. And his second time around. 12.757, 12757. To the raceway next out of Mill Creek, the Smith Adrian Motorsports QuickTime Espresso, QuickTime Transport, Linden's Restoration and Fab DC Signs, number 17 of Cam Smith. Cam Smith in the 17 car with an 11.997, 11997. Cam, lap number 2, looking to get better, and he will. 11.848 is fifth quick. 11848 for Cam Smith. To the raceway next out of Snohomish, Washington, driving the Great Western Transport, Pacific Performance Coatings, First Line Systems, Newman Racing, number 91, it's Chase Getz. Getz, former track champion with us at Skagit Speedway, and Chase is fourth fastest. 11.806 on lap number 1, 11806. On the hammer out of turn number 4, Getz. Just a hair slower on lap 2 at 11.826. To the raceway, whatever ailed him in hot laps all fixed up for Tyler Thompson out of Harrisburg, Oregon. Thompson running the 13, thanks to Jeff Needham and Brock Lemley, Lemley Family Racing. As lap number 1 for Tyler, 11.573, 11573, podium finisher on the Saturday night of the Skagit Nationals with Kubota High Limit Racing. Second quick for Thompson, 11.490 on lap number 2, 11490. Well, it is the penultimate night for points here in the Car-Mart USA 410 Sprint Cars. Your points leader is Jason Solwald in the Shaylin Ray Motorsports 18. Car-Mart USA, Blue Cow Car Wash, thanks Aaron and Lulu's Espresso, the sponsors for the driver out of Burlington. Solwald on lap number 1, it's a 12.246, 12246 for Jason. Needing a better qualifying effort on lap number 2, he'll get it. 11.615, fifth quickest for Jason, 11615. One of the better qualifiers in the field. Coming to us out of Arlington in the Grinders Automotive and Marine Triple X Race Components, Johansson Mechanical, High Performance Lubricants, Pacific Performance Coatings, number 21, Jesse Schlattfeld. Schlattfeld, 11.356. That's second quick for Jesse. Puff of smoke, big puff of smoke coming out of the 21 car. Lap number 2 for Schlattfeld, 11.344. Still second quick, 11344. Here's the 95R of Dan Reynolds out next. Reynolds, the Sear Pro Torches, Diamondback Shooting Range. Auto Body Supercenter, Beck Sawmill car from Lewiston, Idaho. Reynolds, our 13th car to time in, goes 12.127. 12127. And Reynolds, the second time by, is faster at 12.123. 12123. He had a podium run during the Skagit Nationals prelim nights out of Marysville, Washington, in the BMR. Champs Equipment Rental, Alaska West Air, Leah Brown, L&J Enterprises 1C. This is Colt Heath. Heath The 1C is fourth fastest at 11:499. 11:499. Second time around, lap time for Heath is slower at 11:805. Next up, second in points for the driver out of Puyallup, Washington, sponsored by TNC Concepts Starks Racing, Ale Driveline, Newland Bar Service, and Melby Fabrication and Truck Repair. Trey Starks is the driver, car number 55. Starks, 11:324, just 6 thousandths off the quick qualifying lap, second time by, and Starks is just a hair slower. He'll stay second quick at 11:381. Missed one car out of the qualifying order, and it is Kai Dixon's Built Performance Go-Go Hobbies 20K. Push truck is in and behind him. Question is push truck in and behind him to fire him or roll him around to the pit area? You can see him in the center right now. I believe that may be it. As Dixon rolls, pushes, but they're following him with a quad, so yeah, Dixon will not time in. And that makes it official. Robbie Price, your quick qualifier tonight at 11:318. Trey Starks 2, Jesse Schlattfeld 3, Tyler Thompson 4, and Colton Heath 5.
40, Ryan Henry from Ferndale, Washington. Subaru for him, and in and behind him, Subaru, Scott Henry. There's a good look at him. Subaru, Scott Henry, the 22, also out of Ferndale, Washington. Their green lap times coming across, all trying to beat the 007, Mike Guffey. He set an 18.341. So far, no one able to get up there yet. Actually, wait. White flag flies, so one more time around the group hot laps and qualifying for the Hornets here at Skagit Speedway. Again, 22 of them out back tonight. So Colin Sims cracks the top 5. He goes to second. Best time at 18.448. He turns that on his last lap. Vance Hibbard still in second. Bryce Kolar third. Adam Holtrup 4. And David Dykstra rounds out your top 5. Bubba Peters, Ryan Henry, Scott Henry, Talon Kolar, William Zotnek, Cameron Lavarge, and Vance Hibbard your top 12 through 2 sets of Hornet hot laps and qualifying. They'll return back to the pit area and get set for heat race competition. Well, as you're looking around in the grandstands trying to find your seat, we have GA seating everywhere here at Skagit Speedway. Unless you see a reserve tag, then we ask that you please don't sit there. Along with the Jim Raper Memorial Stands is reserved tonight for Nelson Reisner. So other than that, anywhere else in the facility is GA seating. You can sit where you please. If you like eating dust, feel free to go a little closer to the racetrack. And if you'd like to avoid some of the dust, go away from the racetrack. But welcome to a dirt track. There will always be a little bit of dust, but we thank you so much for coming and joining and spending your night at Skagit Speedway on a lovely Saturday evening.
Nelson Reisner night at the track, first responders night at track. And again, all you awesome folks from Nelson Reisner sitting right in front of us, we appreciate you guys being here. We have got more Hornets loading onto the Speedway.
Group 3 rolls on track for the Hornets. Another set of 5 cars. We'll pick them up as they come across. Slowly going to work their way around. There's the V8, the battle wagon. That's Steve Peters out of Snohomish, Washington. Steve Peters in the V8 going around his outside. That's the 39 of Tazio Andreasen from Camino Island. Nice yellow car, black number 39. And actually, instead of Steve Peters, it's Pete Jensen tonight in the V8. 82 years old. Last time he was with us, he was 81. He's now 82. Well, that 40P right there, that's none other than Dave Hill. He calls home Burlington. So not far, just right up the road from Skagit Speedway for Dave Hill. '88X out on the track, Jordan Bundy. Preston Howard, the 74P, at Everson as well, as we turn them loose. Group 3 of 4, green flag flies. All chasing Mike Guffey's 007, lap time of 18.341. 183.41 here for Group 3 of 4 in Hornet Hot Lap qualifying. Lap times coming across, Tazio Andreasen. So far the highest, up to 4th, Dave Hill 6th, Jordan Bundy 12th. Gets beat by Pete Jensen, so Bundy back to 13. Preston Howard Julian 17th. White flag flies one more time for these drivers to get their first look at Skagit Speedway on the evening. Nice look at the V8 of Pete Jensen, the battle wagon, in the 2-box Skagit Speedway. Again, 82 years young for Pete Jensen. He last joined us when he was 81. He's back piloting the battle wagon for Steve Peters. Now, at 82-year-old, he's still very active. He's a swimmer,
former military as well, a decorated background with Pete Jensen. If you want an interesting guy to go talk to, go chat with him after the race night's over. Because race fans, the pits are open after the race are over and free to enter for anyone, even if you don't have a pit pass. So again, once the race action concludes tonight, the pit area will be open, so go down, go talk to your favorite driver, and get some autographs. Fourth and final group of Hornet hot laps in staging out behind the Interstate Battery's outrageously dependable restart zone. You need a new battery for your car? Well, go talk to the friendly faces at Interstate Batteries. They'll get you a battery that is outrageously dependable. Oh, the fourth and final group rolls onto the track. Rolling down the front straightaway now. A nice looking car. Silver, blue, and orange. That's the 03 of Howard Voss. Voss out of Bellingham, Washington. Voss also the leader of points at Skagit Speedway in the Hornet division with 678. The 22X rejoining us again is Brian Michelson. If you remember, go all the way back to the Hornet Nationals. Michelson raced on night 1, was involved in an accident, and did not join us night number 2. Well, he's got that same car put back together. He's done a lot of fabrication work to straighten out and reinforce it, so the 22X of Brian Michelson is back. He's your defending Hornet track champion. However, he will not win that title again this year. We talk about trucks. Hey, there's another one rolling through turns 1 and 2. That's the 13 of Kobe Powers. Nice lightning bolt down the side of it. Big smokestack on the right side as well. Green flag flies for the fourth and final group of Hornet Hot Lap qualifying. Dan O'Keefe in the 42 out of Deming is out there as well. There he is. So 2 more trucks join this session as well. Again, they're all trying to beat Mike Guffey, and as soon as I say that, Howard Voss, top of the board, 17-707, 177-07. Hornet track record is set by Mike Guffey at a 17-109, so not close to track record pace, but Howard Voss to the top of the board at 17-707. Mike Guffey still second, Vance Hibbard to third, Colin Sims, Bryce Kolar, Dave Hill. Good Howard Voss, the 03, he's your defending Hornet winner and quick time so far. He won the Hornet Nationals. There's a 22X of Brian Michelson. Michelson scored just outside the top 5. So checkered flag flies on the fourth and final group of hot lap qualifying for the Hornets. Howard Voss to the top of the board in the final session at a 17-707. Mike Guffey second, Colin Sims third, Bryce Kolar fourth, and Dave Hill rounds out the top 5. Brian Michelson, Tazio Andreessen, Adam Holtrup, David Dykstra, and Kobe Powers, your top 10.
It's weird that qualifying is over and the sun is in the process of setting, right? September.
It's going to get chilly quick. Race fans, go grab a sweatshirt if you're in need of one over at the souvenir stand.
You've only got 2 weekends left in which to do that beyond this one, and supplies are going to run out at some point in time, so if you've got a specific size that you need, you're going to want to pick those up. As here come the IMCA Modifieds out to the track. We've got 19 of them in the house tonight. Want to welcome them in. They're getting tuned up for the Survive the 55, which is coming up on our 2-day show at the end of the month. They'll have their season championship next weekend, and then Survive the 55 two-nighter with a 55-lap A main event to finish the year off here at Skagit Speedway. That 15 car is a multiple-time feature winner on the year, Cole Logan, out of Burlington, Washington. Most recent guests on the On the Gas podcast with Eric List and Blake Anderson. Cole Logan, the driver of the 15. Car number 47 is Ben Malmstad. Malmstad from Kent, Washington, the white with green, number 47. Behind him, the 25 Modifieds, Brent Morris from Machosin, BC. Morris in the 25. The 68 is Ben Gunderson. Gunderson from Cedral Woolley, Washington. Black-green wrap 68. The 4D4 is Blair Shoemaker out of Yakima. Blair coming from Eastern Washington to get tuned up for the Survive the 55. Nice red and white car. Ahead of him, former multiple-time track champion in the black with white, number 8W. It's Rick Smith. Rick Smith's the 8W car. All-time winningest modified driver here at Skagit Speedway since the reintroduction to the class. The newly married James Cadillac Bundy out of Marysville, Washington. The red with black number 57 car. Congratulations on the nuptials to him, and congratulations to his new wife on the trip to Cabo. Rick Smith, fast as the cars so far. Smith, who picked up a feature win here in recent modified action just months after open heart surgery. Here's your quickest car so far in modified hot laps. We'll get ready for modified hot lap session number 2. Adam Holtrup is in the pink with yellow number 71 down the front straightaway. Former track champion out of Cedral Woolley. Following him is our reigning track champion from Cedral Woolley. That is the 66 of Jeff Westergaard. Rory Smith from Victoria, British Columbia is the white 16. Nice to have Rory with us here this week. Car number 7 is another former Trek champion, 7K from Clinton, Utah now. That's Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith, the 7K car. Black and gold for the 68 of Greg Hibma. Score him as the 68D. Hibma, 68D. And one more car on Raceway. That's Graham Cook from Parksville, British Columbia. Strong contingent of British Columbian drivers here with us tonight. Graham Cook in the 75, who almost loops her out, but Gallagher are back together, and we'll continue hot lapping. You can see the Holtrup car hiked way up on the suspension, coming through the corners. Adam looking good, putting good laps together. It's been a little while since he was in victory lane. He's looking to pick up a modified feature win. Jeff Westergaard, been a podium machine this year in defense of his title in the 66 car. And Westergaard, the fastest car on the racetrack here in the IMCA Modifieds, followed by Holtrup, Kevin Smith, Rick Smith, and Ben Gunderson. Right now, your top 5. Six more cars to come out. Here comes the final group. That's the Battle Wagon, the V8 of Steve Peters. Peters, the V8. Zane Miner from Graham, Washington, the red and white number 31. Scored as the 31Z. Car number 31, we've seen him at Skagit Speedway a time or two. From Yakima, Washington, that's Don Martin. Don Martin, the 31, making his first appearance of the year. Beautifully wrapped 21 is Corey Gordon out of Mount Vernon. Always easy to see for the Corey Gordon car. Also on racetrack, former track champion with the white and blue number 52, that's Jeff Morris. Jeff Morris, the 52, he's from Victoria, British Columbia. And final car on Speedway in car number 29 out of Cedar Woolley. The all yellow with white number car is Dave Harmon. Harmon, the About Plumbing sponsored number 29. Up close look at the battle wagon. As the 52 of Morris digging through 1 and 2. Field loaded with former Trek champions tonight, getting ready for Survive the 55 coming up in 2 weekends here at Skagit Speedway. Checkered flag will come out. Fastest car, still Jeff Westergaard. Westergaard with a time of 14:09.29. Holtrup 2, Kevin Smith 3, Jeff Morris 4, Rick Smith 5 in IMCA Modified. Hot laps tonight here at Skagit Speedway. Their heat race lineups have already been determined. Main event lineup will be determined by transfer cars through the heat races and then on point average from the past 3 main event finish nights here at the track. Well, opening ceremony still a little ways away here tonight at Skagit Speedway. Lots of time for you guys to check out all the amenities that we have to offer for you. Beer garden happy hour might be over, but you can still enjoy race cars and beer. There is no better combination. Go see the gals at the north or the south, wherever the line's the shortest. Go visit them. Tell them Caleb sent you. Grab yourself a Skagit Speedway Hazy IPA. Like to eat with it, you can grab the chicken strips with some barbecue sauce. That seasoning on the chicken strips, real good. Skagit Speedway hot dogs got some beef to it. Enjoy that. A little ketchup and mustard. Wash it all down with Coke, Diet Coke, Powerade, Monster Energy drink, and more. All available at the north and south concession stands, open and serving now. It is Nelson Reisner night here at the racetrack. Got a bunch of folks, you guys out partying in the bowl with us, camping here this weekend, etc. And we are very excited to have you in here. Coming up on the big board, just a couple of seconds, a thank you to the folks at Nelson Reisner, a little bit more about their company.
Hi, my name is Brett Moulton. I'm a paramedic firefighter with Mount Vernon Fire Department. I enjoy serving our community and helping people when they're having their worst day. I want to become a paramedic firefighter. I like the excitement of the job. You never know what you're going to be doing for the day, and it's great to help the community.
Hey, my name's Derek Roberts. I'm a captain for the fire department down at South County Fire and a former track champion here at Skagit Speedway. What being a firefighter means to me is just having a job that I can be proud of and just being able to be there on someone's worst day and help the members of our community.
Speedway. Thank you so much for the t-shirt toss with us. We appreciate everyone being out here, and thank you to Nelson Reisner and First Responder Night here at Skagit Speedway. We've got some more fun coming up here. Opening ceremony shortly, but we'll have some more fun. Caleb, I'll kick it back to you for a minute, and I'll head down to, hey, maybe the pit area. How about that? with a gentleman who was the points leader. Now it's changed. Trey, you're only 5 points behind Jason Solwald. Is that something you think about when you're coming to a night like this, or is it just about going kind of with a normal night?
No, we're not really thinking about it, honestly. It's I mean, the points payout here is awesome, so our goal is to win, but our main goal is just to win every night. Now, if you want to get technical, Joseph Terrell said we actually have the points lead back after qualifying. So, but yeah, no, it's very tight. Jason is really good. We had some costly nights when high limit came through. So, and Jason did really well. So, it's honestly, I like that it's a tight battle. Kind of brings out the competitiveness in everybody. So, but our main concern is winning every night, and usually we do our job, and the points come.
Anything, now you've had, a week off to think about high limit, anything that you would have done differently, or you just kind of watched it and just went, wasn't a good weekend, we'll move on?
Yeah, I think we were just victim of circumstances. We had an incident in our heat race the first night, and that kind of just put us behind the 8 ball for the whole weekend. So we clawed our way back, and we were moving the right direction on Saturday. Just, we were too buried. We had a really good car. It's hard to pass. Those are the best cars, some of the best cars in the country. So can't have any mistakes, and you can't have any mishaps. And unfortunately, we had a little bit of both last week. So, just put it behind us and keep moving forward through the end of the year.
Well, Trey, thank you so much. We appreciate your time. Good luck tonight. We'll continue our walk throughout the pit area here before opening ceremonies start. Oh, let's see. We've got Levi Klatt sitting over here. Levi, how you doing? Let's go chat with Levi Klatt. Oh, everyone's moving out of the camera frame when we're going over camera microphone. Isn't that how? Oh, should we talk with Matt instead? Matt, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you, Eric?
I'm doing fantastic. Levi, how are you feeling so far after qualifying?
I stepped on it. I didn't know it was that big, but I did. And just ran the wrong line. Car was way faster than I ran. So got to start very deep in the heat race. But you know what? The car's got speed, so I think we'll be able to move forward.
Well, I chatted with Trey about, the high limit weekend. You've had a weekend off. Did you go back and kind of watch some of that and learn, or was it just, okay, we're going to move on now to our next show?
I watched everything that we ran. I mean, we missed most of Thursday, I'm going to be honest. There wasn't much to watch there. But, no, I definitely did go back and study and learn from everything that I did or didn't do.
All right, well, hey, good luck. All right, Matt. It's now your time to shine. You're usually behind the camera. Yep. Now you're in front of the camera. Matt Dugas, what is your title, sir?
So I work for Tanner Holmes Racing as content creator, editor, and social media manager.
Well, Matt, what did you think of the high limit weekend? You were filming and getting to do a lot of different cool things.
Yeah, it was a pretty good weekend overall. We didn't quite have the on-track results we wanted, but it wasn't terrible, honestly. Honestly, had a lot of fun getting to see a lot of familiar faces. I'm from this area, so being able to see all my friends and family was nice, especially not being home for a while. You get to see everybody again. But on-track wise, it wasn't amazing, but also we learned a lot. We tried to put the same stuff from Dirt Cup. It didn't quite work right, so tried something else, and it worked. So, yeah, really excited. It's good to see the rest of the season go play out.
Well, Matt, you're just as good behind the camera as you are in front of the camera. We'll continue our meander through the pit area here at Skagit Speedway. 410s, Hornets, and IMCA Modifieds all here on Nelson Reisner First Responder Lane. Let's go walk over to Jesse Schlottfeld and see what the team's up to. We've got Crew Chief Hunter Brady working on the right rear. Jesse leaning into the cockpit a little bit. We'll see if we can get a good look. And you can see Jesse is messing with the fueling system that comes right by. So from the tail tank and it runs right by the driver, there's a fuel line. And that's one of the places where you can change some different pills and stuff. We'll let Jesse finish. And Jesse, can we get a quick word with you? What are you guys changing?
Just switching it up. Air's getting a little better right now, so just trying to stay on top of it and keep the motor running, getting cool.
When you say stay on top and keep the motor running cool, how are you monitoring the weather?
We have these little computers that we have. We call them weather systems. So it gives us. Yeah, don't worry about that. We're having some technical difficulties over here. But
we're probably fine, right?
Yeah, you're fine. But we go off of density altitude. It just tells you the overall density of the air that we're in. And then we have a corresponding pill for that certain number, and I have to stay on top of it throughout the night, or else you have overheating issues or cylinder temp's too high and you can burn a piston up. So pretty important stuff.
So in his hand, those are the pills that you're talking about, right, Jesse? So if we'll get a good shot with Carson on our camera, those are kind of the pills. When you hear Jesse talk about changing pills, there's exactly what he's referencing. Well, thank you, Jesse, for your time. We appreciate it. We'll go walk on through a little bit more and make our way towards our Hornet division here at Skagit Speedway. We'll see who we can quickly grab. And hey, what are you guys working on?
Trying to get these foreign cars to work. All the tariffs slow everything down. It's hard to work on anything. Well,
Trying to figure out where to put the gas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out where to put the gas.
Where's the Go Fast juice?
Stickers.
Get some stickers on here. 5 horsepower per sticker. No, you just got a little issue with this radiator. We're just trying to make some adjustments.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Good luck. All right, Caleb, we'll go back up to you and get ready for opening ceremonies.
Tonight at Skagit Speedway, we pause to honor the heroes among us. On Nelson Reisner First Responder Night, we say thank you to the firefighters, the paramedics, the police officers, the EMTs, the volunteers, the Skagit Speedway Fire and Safety Team, and every first responder who answers the call when we need them most. To those who were first responders, and to those who continue to put themselves in harm's way for our families, our friends, and our neighbors, we salute you. This is your night. And for everyone here at Skagit Speedway, we say thank you, first responders.
races.
David Hill as lap number 1 in the books. William Zotnik leads. Talon Core, Scott Henry, Dave Hill, and Jordan Bundy, your top 5. And we've got one around. That's none other than Subaru, Scott Henry, yellow, yellow, yellow. A good look there on the camera up top to the right rear of the 22 of William Zotnik. You can see, William Zotnik, that is Scott Henry. And you could see the right rear, and I don't know if we'll probably not get another shot until he'll make his turn into the infield, but that tire completely coming apart, so see if, yeah, you can see it there. Absolute no bueno on that right rear. So Subaru Scott will have his heat race cut short, 1 lap in, 5 to go. Henry was running in the 3rd position at the time, so that will move David Hill, Jordan Bundy, and everyone in and behind up 1 spot. Zotnik and Kolar are 1-2, 1 lap in to the 6th lap Hornet heat race. Their A main will go 20 laps tonight. Field continues to pace behind the Skagit Speedway Ford Performance, Ford Bronco. And lights go out. So Delaware style restart. So Zotnik gets the front row all to himself. Dave Hill and Talon Kolar in row number 2, and lights come back on. Field now given the 1 to go as they cross under the flag stand, and we go back to green flag racing and our opening heat race of the night. Well, race fans, as it gets cold, if you're looking for a sweatshirt, we've got you covered over at the driver souvenir stand and the normal souvenir stand, which are located right next to each other over to your south near the south entry. You want a hoodie? You want a shirt? Well, we've got any of those options for you. 1 lap into heat race number 1 for the Hornets. Coming back to the green flag, it's William Zotnik. To the chalk stripe in 4, green flag flies. We're racing one more time. 3 wide, almost 4 wide further back throughout the field. Howard Voss in the 03 trying to pick his way through. Voss was your quick time qualifier. He started none other than farther back on the field, but he's going to work his way through. He started 10th and already nicely up into the 3rd position for Howard Voss. He sets his sights on the 40P of Dave Hill. So on the left side of the Skagit Speedway double box, that's the 33 of William Zotnik, and on the right side of your screen, you're watching the 39, the 15, and the 85. That's Tazu Andreasen and a whole host of others. There's the 03 of Howard Voss looking on the inside of the 40P of Dave Hill. That's the race for the 2nd spot. 3 laps in, 2 laps to go. Hill to the outside. Voss sends it down low in corner number 3. Looking to make the move on the exit of corner number 4. They'll pull even as they go under the white flag one more time around this Skagit Speedway. This time by the white flag. So Voss makes the pass. Now it's a long gap to William Zotnik up ahead. Gap 3.246 seconds. White flag flies one more time around. Voss feels the pressure from Hill but pulls away. So Zotnik's on cruise control. 2 more quarters to go for him down the back straightaway. Into 3. Runs up high on the exit corner number 4. Zotnik picks up the win in Hornet Heat Race number 1. Howard Voss comes home 2nd, and Dave Hill in the 40P in 3rd. Vance Hibbard 4, Colin Sims 5, David Dykstra 6. He falls back, so Colin Sims 5, Tazu Andreasen 6, Dykstra 7th, Talon Kolar 8th, Peters 9, Jordan Bundy 10th, and Scott Henry rounds out the field in 11th. Well, Angel of the Winds RV Park, if you're looking for a place to stay, we've got you covered over there. Exit 212 off the I-5. You can look them up at rvwinds.com. Well, it's first responder night. Let's hear from Shane Parker before heat race number 2.
My name is Shane Parker, Burlington Police Department, as a patrol officer. So being a first responder to me is I've grown up in this county my entire life, and it's just a way of being able to give back to the community. And I chose being a police officer because I've had several family members that were police officers, and they've had great careers, and so far this has been a good career, and I couldn't imagine myself doing anything else right now.
Around the bottom side of Skagit Speedway. So a big shout out and a welcome to Nelson Reisner. And thank you for coming to Skagit Speedway heat race number 2 for the Hornet division. Another 6 laps, another 11 cars. Here's the lineup. The 74P of Preston Howard Julian makes up the pole with Cameron LaVarge in the 4, starting second. Pete Jensen, the V8, the Battle Wagon, starts third with Leanne King, the 66X, to his outside in 4th. Dan O'Keefe in 5th in the 42, and Ryan Henry in the 40 rolls off from the 6th spot outside row number 3. Kobe Powers, the 13. Adam Holtrup, the 10K. That makes up row 4. Brian Michelson, the 22X, and Bryce Kolar, row 5, the 22 and the 23. 007, Mike Guffey starts shotgun on the field. Green flag flies. We're racing for the final Hornet heat race of the evening. A good start for Cameron LaVarge. He pulls away into the lead and shoots down to the bottom side of Skagit Speedway while everyone else battles around. Here comes Leanne King. That's the 66X on the outside, battling as well with Preston Howard Julian to her inside. Leanne King driving around the top side of Skagit Speedway. She gets it her second, but Cameron LaVarge leads heat race number 2. It's King, Preston Howard Julian, Pete Jensen, and Kobe Powers, your top 5. And we've got a parking lot and a yellow flag over in turns 1 and 2. Pete Jensen's around, as well as Preston Howard Julian. And so was the 40 of Ryan Henry. You can see Pete Jensen almost high-centered like on the berm to the inside of turn 2. Well, what a beautiful Skagit Speedway sunset that you saw there on the big board. Again, get your pictures with your telephone. Tag us on social media at Skagit Speedway and let us know how much fun you're having tonight. And we'll get this heat race number 2 back rolling momentarily. Field paces behind the Ford Performance Ford Bronco Pace vehicle. 1 lap into this heat race as well, similar situation of where we were in heat race number 1. So everyone has rejoined. Pete Jensen takes the rear of the field. So does Preston Howard Julian. Same with the 40 of Ryan Henry. Julian was running 3rd, Pete Jensen with 4. And Ryan Henry is all the way back in the 8th position, so not much changes for him. He loses 1 spot and falls back to 9th. It was a good initial start for Cameron LaVarge. Can he replicate on this restart as they're shown 1 to go? They'll get the green flag next time by. Lights go out on the pace vehicle. That's how you know if we're coming back to green flag. If you watch the flashing lights that you see on top of the Ford Performance Ford Bronco Pace vehicle, the second you see those yellow lights turn off, that is usually 9 times out of 10 a good indicator that the field is going to go back to racing next time by. Also, there are traffic light style lights set up around Skagit Speedway for the drivers to know. Those also go dark until the green flag flies, and then they illuminate green. So here we go, green flag back in the air, and it's another good start for the 4. Cameron Lavarge, he pulls away, but here comes the 13 of Powers. As soon as I said that, Powers powering down the inside, no pun intended, to the top spot. He brings the 23 of Bryce Kolar with him. Kolar to lead in corner number 3. Double duty for the 10K driver of none other than Adam Holtrup. He's up to 3rd and looking to get by Kobe Powers and try to make his way up to Kolar. That's the race for 2nd. Here comes the 10K to the outside. Holtrup looking to move up. And can he secure the pass of corner 4? He does. Adam Holtrup up to the 2nd spot nicely. Here comes the 42, Dan O'Keefe to the inside of 13. He makes contact and spins him around and involves the 4 as well. Cameron Lavarge and the 13 of Kobe Powers caused the yellow flag halfway home in this one. 007 of Mike Guffey as well makes a left-hand turn into the infield. So Powers continues to roll. The 4 of Lavarge has made his way into the infield, and so has the 007 of Mike Guffey. You can see him sitting right there in between the Skagit Speedway ambulance. So Guffey made his way in to the infield during that yellow flag period. Worked to get the lineup all scored and back ready to go. Brian Michelson, who started 9th, now, a beneficiary of the cautions, yes, running in the 3rd spot. He's your defending Hornet track champion. He won't win it this year, but it's always good to see Brian Michelson back. He put a lot of work into that 22X to get it back and going. A lot of fabrication work to strengthen the front end. He thought about buying a new car and then decided, you know what, I'm going to fix it instead. So 1 to go shown, lights go out, and back to green flag racing. Bryce Kolar has taken over the top spot. He did that just about a lap or so ago. Adam Holtrup 2nd, and Brian Michelson 3rd. Pete Jensen, who keep in mind was involved in the caution early, has worked his way up to the 4th spot once again. So keep an eye on the V8, the battle wagon of Pete Jensen. Kolar sets a slow crawling pace to corner number 3, picks it back up to the chalk stripe in 4, and green flag flies. 3 in, 3 to go in heat race 2. Kolar executed that start about as well as he could, and that benefits him. But here comes the 22X. Brian Michelson gets by Adam Holtrup. He's up into the 2nd spot. Now, can he run down Kolar? That's going to be the question with only a couple laps to go. It's about 3-4 car lengths separating your leader and 2nd place, but Brian Michelson knows how to get around Skagit Speedway as well as anyone. 66X of Leanne King gets passed by the 42. That's the race on the racetrack for about 5th and 6th going to battle. So white flag flies one more time to go around. Bryce Kolar looking to have this one easily secured unless he has a mistake through corner number 3. Michelson's not going to get him on the exit corner number 4. Checkered flag flies. And Bryce Kolar picks up the win in heat race number 2. Brian Michelson, Adam Holtrup, Pete Jensen, and Ryan Henry round out your top 5. Dan O'Keefe, Leanne King, Kobe Powers, Preston Howard, Julian, Cameron Lavarge, and Mike Guffey round out your 11-car field for heat race number 2. That's it for the Hornets. You'll see them once again for their 20-lap main event here later on this evening on Nelson Reisner First Responder Night. A big welcome again to Nelson Reisner and their entire group, and a big shout out to them. They're a big reason we have a lot of first responders here tonight. They invited a lot of different police officers, firefighters here to Skagit Speedway to join us. So a big welcome to Nelson Reisner and to all the first responders in attendance. Eric, voice of the Hornets tonight. They're, I don't know, they're antsy tonight just a little bit. Just a little antsy? Just a little bit, but they've had a little bit of time off. They have. So they're antsy to get back behind the wheel and put on a good show, but I have faith that their A-main will be phenomenal. Well, we have another first responder video we'll queue up and play for you right now.
All right, my name is Mark Walker. To be a first responder to me is just the ability to be able to help people. A big part of what people think that it means to be a first responder is as law enforcement and going and putting people in handcuffs, but a much bigger part is actually just going and helping a wide, diverse people. And I just love being able to get out there and meet new people and be able to help them in any way that I can.
In partnership with 210 Brewing Co. and Skagit Speedway comes the brand new Skagit Speedway Hazy IPA. You can find and try this beer at the Skagit Speedway Beer Garden, plus check it out at the Railroad Pub and Pizza in Burlington. With notes of citrus, pineapple, and sweet berry fruits, it's bound to get you going just like you were out there on the track. Check out the new Skagit Speedway Hazy IPA today. And remember, please drink responsibly.
Gunderson chasing Bundy for the top spot. Bundy, who picked up a feature win on about his third race ever last year, proved he could get the job done. He's been hunting win number 2 ever since. One more time around for James. Smith had a look to the inside. Gunderson couldn't make the pass, as the checkered flag will come out. First race win as a married man. Got a little tighter there at the end for James Cadillac Bundy here in our first heat. He'll be followed by Ben Gunderson, Rick Smith, and Cole Logan. Blair Shoemaker advances from deep in the field to 5th. Three heats tonight for the IMCA Modifieds. And while we wait for heat race number 2 to come out, gonna welcome the Owen Morton Foundation into the building tonight. Welcome Owen and the foundation as they do all kinds of good stuff for kids in the Northwest, scholarships for music lessons, team fees, and race fees, and more. You want to find out more about the Owen Morton Foundation? It's skagitcf.org/Owen. That is skagitcf.org/Owen. Survive the 55. It's our $10,000 plus to win IMCA Modified race, the 2-dayer. Tickets on sale now, September 26th and 27th. That is 2 weeks away here at Skagit Speedway. Look forward to seeing you guys here for our 4th Survive the 55 here at Skagit. His way into the 3rd spot as he is driven up and around Holdrup. So Westergaard on the hunt for some more finishing points here. See what he can make out of trying to run down the top 2. Kevin Smith, very traditionally around the bottom of this racetrack in that modified. He has figured out how to get speed out of it by hugging the bottom groove for many years. I believe 2nd all-time winning modified feature win list here in the modern era. Taking a look at Rory, rolling down the next straightaway. Big ol' hiked up on the suspension, digging into the corner. So he'll work through the turn and complete lap number 5, 3 to go here. Kevin Smith, Jeff Westergaard trying to time him up and run him down. Westergaard now has shrunk the gap between himself and Kevin Smith, and he's got to look down low. Smith pushes wide through the turn And for second, they'll lean on each other. Jeff on the bottom, Kevin finding some extra drive, almost brushing the wall in the back straightaway. From the bottom of 4, give it to Westergaard. White flag is out one more time around, that time into 1 and 2. Jeff secures it. Adam Holtrup trying to sneak underneath Kevin Smith and steal third at the end. But the checkered flag is out, and Rory Smith will take the win in the 16. Give a second to Jeff Westergaard. Give third to Kevin Smith.
Looking for the ultimate escape? Entertainment is our game at the Skagit Casino Resort. Play your way with thrilling games, live entertainment, fantastic dining options, and relaxing hotels. Come discover all the excitement at the Skagit Casino Resort.
The Skagit Valley Casino.
Give back to my community and make a difference in my community by making it a safer place and helping people that need us. So the reason I chose to become a sheriff's deputy is there's so many different things to do when you work for a sheriff's office, different specialty positions, Marine Patrol, search and rescue, motors. There's so many different things to do at the deputy level for lateral movement to do different things.
All right, my name's Joe. I'm a firefighter paramedic with the Burlington Fire Department. And being a first responder to me means being able to give back to the community and help out people in need. It runs in my family. My dad was a police officer. My brother was a paramedic. And I figured that was the best way to give back.
Don surging to the inside. Trying to steal fifth the way he's got it. Door is open from to try to work into fourth is Harmon and Martin. Sheet metal's cheap, but it's not that expensive. You can't tear it up that much. He will get past and through. Peters fights his way by as well. Halfway already here in this heat race. Jeff Morris has a straightaway in the battle for second, which is Corey Gordon and Zane Miner. See the rotation of the wheel on the left front of the Miner car. Powers off the low side. Gordon hanging out through the middle. Corey Gordon putting some good laps together. Miner, big pressure on him, running from the low side. You can see both cars set into the corner. It's a smooth line for Gordon coming off. Green wheel covers and all. He'll bring it down half a groove. Getting into one, back to the gas with Miner in pursuit down the back straightaway. As they roll to the white flag, Jeff Morris has this by a country mile, if not more. Corey Gordon doing a really good job defending second from Zane Miner. As the checkered is out, Morris looking strong tonight in the 52. And to the line, Gordon keeps Miner at bay. That's second and third. Wait for it. Long way back to fourth. Peters gets there. And fifth is Harmon. Well, that will do it for races here for the IMCA Modifieds here at Skagit Speedway. Carmart USA 410 sprint cars are coming up, and they will be on track in just a couple of seconds. Happy 44th birthday, Lance Hanna. Love your wife and daughters and bonus daughters. Happy birthday to Lance. Special shout out tonight to one of our first responders in the building from the Snohomish County Sheriff's Office. That's Deputy Michael Flowlid. He's a 2-year season ticket holder here at Skagit Speedway as well. Deputy Flo, thanks for being here tonight. Thank you for the many lives you help serve and protect, and thanks for making Tori happy. So we appreciate you guys being here. It's Nelson Reisner night at the racetrack. NelsonReisner.com is the place for all the information with all the areas, all the cities that they service with their Pacific Pride and CFN locations: Burlington, Cedar-Woolley, Bellingham, Mount Vernon, Everett, Linden, Darrington, Ferndale, and Arlington. You can fill up with the guys at Nelson Reisner. Check them out at Nelson Reisner. sprint cars rolling into position. First heat race will go 8 laps around. Jesse Schlotfelt and Colton Heath are on the front row. Eric Fisher and Robbie Price are in row number 2. Chase Getz and Cam Smith in row number 3. Levi Klatt, Dustin Gehring in row number 4. That white chalk stripe that's getting reapplied through the corner, they need to be even at that line. Wing to wing, wheel to wheel, tire to tire is the hope. You'll often see one of the two lanes try to get a little jump on the other. Sneak past the flagman to the race director to get that start. We'll work our way into the third turn. Here comes Schlotfelt, here comes Heath. That's a good looking start. We're green here at Skagit Speedway. Colton Heath down the back straightaway, the jump, and opening it up over Schlotfelt. Battle of the 21 cars for position number 2. Down to the bottom, Robbie Price trying to get underneath Jesse. Jesse fends him off for now, as it is Heath, Schlotfelt, Price, 1, 2, and 3. Long ways back to Fisher and then Smith, running 4 and 5 currently here in the heat race. Big smoke from Schlotfelt. We saw earlier in the pit area that he was tuning the car up, changing pills. He had a big plume of smoke come out during the process of that. Car still has power, and he continues to keep her clean and green. Chase Getz trying to catch Cam Smith in the race for 5th. Gets down on the low side, coming off the corner. Smith pushing a little wide, Getz on the prowl, trying to advance from 6th to 5th. Smith still swimming up on the high side of turn number 2 as we take a look back at your leader. Colton Heath has got 5 down, 3 to go. They tick away quick here in wing sprint car action for the Car-Mart USA 410s. 2 to go for Colton. That program has been strong all year long, came hard through the Skagit Nationals with a podium finish on 1 of the 3 nights, as Heath is down to 1 to go. Colton Heath, your race leader. Big smoke still out of Schlotfelt. But we're going to the line, and Colton Heath almost getting to the back of the field by the end. He is your winner, rolling away. 2nd to Schlotfelt, 3rd goes to Price, 4th to Fisher, and 5th to Smith with Getz, Klatt, and then Gehring in the 51. Well, something a little bit different for you guys tonight. We are going to stop one of the drivers down to the front straightaway to get a quick word. Eric List is down trackside. Carson, the camera kid, down there as well.
Colton Heath will get the head and neck restraints off, get the gloves off, undo the seat belts a little bit, and it was really the initial start that was the beneficiary for Colton Heath, and that's what we're going to talk about him here in a minute. Is Colton, that initial start is what made the difference for you. What allowed you to get it done on the top side of Skagit Speedway to get by Jesse?
I think it's just kind of when he got going, I think he clipped the berm there on that start, or just didn't get going down the straightaway as good as we did. So just did that. I was able to protect through 1 and 2, and then kind of didn't really know where to be, but was just kind of rolling where I felt kind of comfortable, and thought it was going to be pretty hard for someone just to drive by me. It's a little narrow right now down through the corner, but we'll hopefully draw good here, be up on the front row, and hopefully try and get another win for Leah Brown.
Well, Colton Heath gets it done using the top side of Skagit Speedway to win heat race number 1.
Night here at Skagit Speedway. All right, so to the Nelson Reisner employees right in front of me here in the Jim Raper grandstands, did you guys have to, like, fight amongst each other to drive the truck tonight behind the pace vehicle? Was there, like, a company contest? Like a group Rock'em Sock'em Robots tournament or something like that? That could have been cool. I don't know. I don't know how people get to decide the winners these days. Texas Hold'em, and to the winner goes the right to run the pace truck? Yes, no, right behind you. Right, yeah, me. I'm talking to you, yes. Hello. Hello, guys. Hope you're having a good time tonight. We certainly are enjoying having the Nelson Reisner family out here at Skagit Speedway on the evening. Are you just now noticing the truck rolling around? Okay. See? There we go. It's very blinky and it's distracting me. Hey, squirrel. Final 410 heat race featuring your points leader, Jason Solwald, coming into the night, the Shaler Motorsports 18. Kai Dixon's got the 20K fired up once again, the built performance car. Colin Mackey in the Outman Racing 7 Little O, powered by DeBoer & Sons, as he has absolutely been on a rail at Deming Speedway 1 in both the 600s and the 1200s last night. Great night for Colin. Season champion for them. Justin Youngquist and Dines Racing welcoming Piazza Construction into the building tonight. So from all of us at Skagit Speedway, Dines Racing, welcoming in Piazza Construction and those guys that are here. Thanks, JP. Known you a while. Thanks for keeping to support race cars around here. Front row, Tyler Thompson out of Harrisburg, Oregon, the 13 car. Back with us after a podium run with the Kubota High Limit Racing at the Skagit Nationals. Youngquist outside row number 1 in the 95. Jason Solwald in the 18, Trey Starks in the 55. That's the points battle in row number 2. Row number 3 is Greg Otis in the 9. Colin Mackey, the 7 Little O. The 95R is Dan Reynolds out of Lewiston, Idaho. And Kai Dixon in the 20K. 8 cars, 8 laps. Consistent pace down the back straightaway, Thompson and Youngquist. Last time it was Heath getting the jump from the outside. This time, good start inside row. Tyler Thompson will lead him into the bottom of turn number 1. Youngquist, a car length back from him, will dive to the low side through 3 and 4. Starks has gotten up and around Solwald. He's got 3rd. Lap number 1. Thompson, Youngquist, Starks, Solwald, 5th, a good battle. And down off the bottom, Greg Otis surging ahead of Colin Mackey. Otis a little crossed up mid-corner. Back to the bottom goes Mackey, looking to steal the spot away. He's got 5th at the line. Mackey will push wide off at 2. Big surge out of Otis back to the low side. Mackey down and through the middle, closes the door off. And Colin Mackey trying to hold that 5th spot and see if he can make any progress. Trying to track down Solwald for 4th. Kai Dixon finding some speed in the 20K. As look out, we got one around. It's Dan Reynolds in turn number 2. Well, Dan Reynolds fires back up, and he will join up at the back of the field. And this is a chance to show you guys, sprint car style, the Interstate Batteries. Dependably, outrageously dependable restart zone on the back chute. Your race leader, Tyler Thompson, will be able to get back onto the gas as early as the beginning of the green paint in the Interstate Batteries outrageously dependable restart zone. He has until the end of the green paint to get back to the gas pedal. At the end of the green paint, there's also an orange cone out in the middle of the racetrack. Everybody's got to go between the orange cone and the outside wall. Cannot go underneath the cone, cannot hit the cone. You cannot have your front tires up to the rear tires of the car in front of you until you get past the cone. When you pass the cone, the race has begun. Dive high, dive low, use the top and middle through 3, wherever you want to go to try to make a pass. Our back straightaway restart in the Interstate Battery's outrageously dependable restart zone, unique to us here at Skagit Speedway. Down the back chute, where will Thompson go? He goes in the first third or so as we're back to action. Youngquist on the bottom. Starks from 4th. Trying to get to 2nd. Puts the pressure on but can't make the move. Tries again to the low side of the corner. And a little twitch on the cushion from Youngquist might have opened the door enough. Justin cheats to the cushion coming out of 2. And that works for him. He'll keep it. Goes down to the low side as he shows a little smoke. And forward on Starks with a couple of car lengths. All of them watching Tyler Thompson leave him in the distance as he'll roll to the white flag this time around. Starks still putting pressure on the 95. Looks like JY up to the task as your winner with flair will be Tyler Thompson in the 13. 2nd to Youngquist, 3rd to Starks, 4th to Solwald. Mackey for 5, Otis, Dixon, and Reynolds. Tyler Thompson. It's a huge weekend for him at the Kubota High Limit Racing Skagit Nationals. He and Brock Lemley, Jeff Needham, and the entire crew really finding something on that 13 car that we usually see in sportsman sprint action with Steven Hendrickson. It's the 2nd weekend that they've popped the big power plant in it and brought Tyler up from Oregon. And we will cue up Eric List down for our winner's interview for this heat race.
He continues to have here at Skagit Speedway for Tyler Thompson. He gets the win off the pole of heat race number 2. He's coming off a preliminary and a really good podium at High Limit. You continue to control and run really well here at Skagit Speedway. What switch has flipped to allow you to run as well here at Skagit Speedway as you have as of late?
Yeah, I think just a good combo between me, Brock, and Jeff. Like, I don't know, the car's really good right now. The motor's running really good. It's just, we're having a lot of fun back there. So I think that's a big part of it. And just happy to have speed here. I've struggled here so many times. So just feels really good to have some speed, and hopefully we can continue it the rest of the night.
Well, he does a great job in setting himself up to continue well. He wins heat race number 2, Tyler Thompson.
Joanne Leenstrup, Eleanor Klassen, Aubrey Holmqvist, Autumn McLeod, Tessa Taylor, Allie Harward, Adley Klein, Blakely Vodiel, Aaliyah Smith, Rowan Young, Kinsley Fisher, and Abby Ellis. Well, as you guys see the slide back there for Nelson Reisner. Big thank you again to Nelson Reisner. It's Nelson Reisner night here at the track. Let's take a second. We have got some more first responders to hear from as to why they ended up doing what they do and why they serve our community. We've got Eric Finsemer all lined up, and I believe Art Espinoza as well to tell us why they became first responders here at Skagit Speedway.
My name is Eric Finsmer. I'm in charge of medical operations here at Skagit Speedway. I enjoy this job because I get to help people in need, from holding hands with a person in crisis to extricating drivers out of cars.
First name's Art, last name's Espinoza. I'm a patrol officer here at Burlington Police Department. And what does policing mean to me? Right off the top of my head, service. It's about serving other people. There's a lot of difficult people, and they're going through a lot of difficult situations in our city. And we have to wear many hats. Sometimes it's there to protect our citizens. Sometimes it's there to help others when they're going through a hard time. And so it's our job to make sure that we just are there to help as much as we can with the best of our ability. We're not perfect at it, but we strive to do that as best we can each and every day.
Eisner First Responder Night. Well, race fans, if you're still hungry or still thirsty, we've got concession stands located both at the north in between the Jim Raper stands and Section B, along with to the south, right behind Section D, just before the south entryway. Well, as we're into A-main action tonight, we ask that when you're leaving the facilities tonight, you pack everything with you. Anything that you brought in, you take with you. But we've still got plenty of good racing action coming to you live and here very shortly. 3 A-mains left to go. We'll kick it off with the Hornets. And that is the IMCA Modifieds. And we'll round it out with a 30-lap uninterrupted 410 main event. Lights go out, green flag will fly. Next time by for the Hornets here at Skagit Speedway. 20 times around. It's Jordan Bundy, Preston, Howard Julian, Bubba Peters, Kobe Powers, Talon Kolar, Leanne King, and a whole host of others in and beyond them to make up this 22-car field. Bundy will set the pace through corner number 3. They'll have to be side by side of the chalk stripe in corner number 4. Green flag flies. It's a main time for the Hornets here at Skagit Speedway. Bundy with a magnificent restart, but here comes Powers around the outside. We saw him do it in his heat race. He had a magnificent restart, and here comes Kobe Powers around the top side. Kobe Powers to the top spot. Can he lead lap number 1? He gets through turn 3 and off of corner number 4. Kobe Powers leads lap number 1 here in the A main. Dykstra has moved himself up into the second spot. Bundy's falling back, but yellow lights come on. We're 1 lap into this one is the 42 of Dan O'Keefe made the hard right-hand turn on the exit ramp on turn 1. So Powers leads. It's Bundy, Dykstra, Peters, and Tazio Andreasen, your top 5. O'Keefe was running in the 20th position. Subaru Scott Henry, the 22, slowing. You saw him have an issue with his right rear tire in his heat race. He's got that fixed and back out for the A main. Work to get the field back in proper running order before we turn them back to green flag racing. 1 lap in of 20 total. Now the Hornets are on a time limit. 20 laps or 20 minutes. So if they can't get this one done, they will be limited to a time limit. But we're only a few minutes in, so not a worry as of now. Dan O'Keefe rejoins the field from the entry in turn number 3 in the 42. Field given the signs to cross him up and go back to side by side. Would and tail that will be coming soon to a restart. And watch the lights on the Skagit Speedway Ford Performance Ford Pace vehicle. When you see those yellow lights go out, that's a good indicator that we'll be coming back to Green Flag Racing. Until you see that happen, we're still working to make sure everyone is awarded their fair and proper starting position. Now, how you figure that out as well, lights go out, we'll get back to that, is there's what's called a transponder on every race car, whether it's a sprint car, modified, or even a Hornet, and it is around, there's a loop around the track that can be tripped every time they come by. So we come back to the green flag in the A main. A good start for Powers. He leads them into turn number 1, side by side behind him. That's Dykstra and Bundy. Dykstra gets away. Here comes the 39. Tazio Andreasen looking to make moves up into the third spot to get by Bundy. Voss on the top side, they're 3 wide behind. Here comes Howard Voss as well. Voss drives around the outside of the 88. Move Howard Voss into the 4th position. He's not done yet. To the outside of the 39 car around, it's Jordan Bundy and Adam Holtrup. Yellow lights come on. Oh, and a hard hit on the back straightaway as well. In the Interstate Batteries outrageously dependable restart zone. So Bundy drives away. Window net down for the car on the back straightaway, and safety crew attending to Adam Holtrup, who backs his car off and will look to continue this race. So it's Bubba Peters, who you see with the window net down, stomped on the berm on the back straightaway, the 50. He talks to the safety crew. Puts his steering wheel back on. We'll quickly circle back to the transponder conversation. So the way we can figure out where these cars are running and how to properly line them up in the proper running order is at the flag stand there is a loop and a transponder that every time a transponder on the car crosses the loop, it reads it, and that's how we figure out where each car is properly positioned. They trip the transponder loop. Now that transponder has a corresponding number that they can then, the scores, they say 111 is, you know, the 25 of David Dykstra. Well, you change that to, say, David Dykstra, so you know, hey, when this transponder crosses the line, David Dykstra's made a lap. So that's how the scorers figure out where to restart. It's all by the transponder loop that's under the dirt here at Skagit Speedway. Working to get the final few cars in their proper positions in the tail end of the field before we'll cross them up and turn the lights out one more time. So field recrossed, re-rack them, re-stack them, and we'll try it again. Powers has led all 2 laps so far. 18 laps to go. Powers, Dykstra, Andreasen, Bundy, and Voss. Now, Howard Voss was beginning to pick up a lot of speed before that caution flag came out. Take a look at the 03. He'll be starting inside row number 2. Watch him on the restart and see how quickly Howard Voss potentially can get around and get his way up to the 3rd champ Howard. But also watch the 15 of Colin Sims. Both of them have speed around Skagit Speedway. They're going to quickly try to move their way forward as we come to the restart. 2 laps in, 18 laps to go. Powers leads, green flag back in the air. You can see Voss on the back bumper of the 25, rubbing and racing into turn number 1. Colin Sims into the second spot. Here comes Andreasen back to the outside. Colin Sims tries to cut him off, gets into the wall, and Colin Slim slowing. Can he get it back going? He does. And we'll stay green for the time being. Howard Voss trying to get by David Dykstra. Andreasen looking to the inside of Powers. This is the race for the lead coming off of corner number 2. Sims pulls to the berm. We'll get to the inside as we race for the lead down the back straightaway. Andreasen, Powers, Andreasen using the inside. Tazio Andreasen to the point here on lap number 4. Sims pulls in the 15. No worries there. Vance Hibbert in the 85 also moves up to the second position. Howard Voss in third. He's within striking distance, 15 laps to go. Hibbert now uses the inside like Andreasen did. Here comes the 85. Vance Hibbert trying to make ground on the bottom. Andreasen back to the top. That allows Voss to close in. Voss points the car down low into the inside of the 39. Howard Voss now side by side. He can sniff out the lead of the 85. Song at the wheel. Voss up into second. Andreasen not going to give it up easy. Lap traffic into play already. They work by Preston Howard Julian and continue to battle. Voss up to second. Hibbert leads. The gap just half a second between Vance Hibbert and Howard Voss. Voss using as much of Skagit Speedway as he can. He goes up to the top side. Powers is stopped on the back straightaway. That brings out a caution. 8 laps into this one, almost to the halfway point. A nice run there for the Hornets. Saw a lead change. Powers lost it to Andreasen, and then Vance Hibbert gets it as well. Skagit Speedway Fire and Safety on the scene quickly to make sure Powers is all right. And Powers drives away. So it's Hibbert, Voss, Andreasen. Was Powers. It's now Dave Hill. Get the rest of the lineup sorted when they come by. Final finishing touches to the running order. Well, race fans, if you like what you're seeing tonight, come join us next weekend, Friday and Saturday, for season championship night, presented by the Skagit Casino Resort. Fireworks on Saturday night. So come see the last fireworks show of the year and come see who we crown as champions. Lights go out, green flag will fly. This time by, once again, 8 laps into the 20-lap total. Amen. Hibbert to the gas pedal, green flag flies. Voss with a nice restart looking to the outside of the 85. Howard Voss, the 03. Gonna tuck back in behind and get a run off the top side of corner number 2 to the bottom. To the top of 3. Hibbert washes up to block the lane. Nice job by the 85 to keep the 03 behind. Voss to work back in a rhythm. Gets a run off of corner number 2, but yellow lights come back on. Field slows again. And Howard Voss was the most recent winner here at Skagit Speedway. That tied him for the most wins this year with Steve Peters. Peters not racing tonight. Instead, it's the V8 battle wagon of Pete Jensen. Can see debris on the racing surface over in turn 3 and 4. A muffler. Yeah, I wouldn't want to touch that one, just a little hot. Safety crew gets it off the speedway in a hurry. Voss also leads the points over Kolar in second and Braxton Hausman in third. It's a 115-point difference between Howard Voss and Bryce Kolar. Voss has 678 points. Talon Kolar has 563. So this would be another big points night for Howard Voss if he can secure the win, and would be really big in helping to put a stamp on his championship run this year. Almost at the halfway point of the Hornet A main. Lights go out. Vance Hibbard will bring us back to the restart. Howard Voss, Tazio Andreasen, Dave Hill, and green flag flies. A good start for Andreasen, but a better one for Howard Voss. Voss going back to the top where he's been really since the start of this race. Using the 03 around the top side has paid dividends for the driver, Howard Voss. Looks to the inside now, cuts down low. They could be side by side the flag stand. Hibbert leads just barely, blocks the inside where Voss wants to be. Voss has a car length, so Hibbert gives it to him, but now Hibbert pulls away down the back straightaway. Lead grows. 3 to 4 car lengths separate the 85 and the 03. Voss looks down low once again, cuts it within 2 car lengths, but Hibbert draws it back out. Past the halfway point, 9 to go, 11 in. Howard Voss can do everything he can to get by the 85 of Vance Hibbard, who started all the way back in the 13th position, if you can believe that. A nice job coming from the inside of row 7. Voss goes down low. Tries to get the drive off, but here comes the 39 and Andreasen as well. Tazio getting ever closer to the 03 in second. Hibbert into traffic, disposes the first car he sees. Preston Howard Julian. Second and third and fourth get by as well. Mike Guffey with a nice run. He's worked his way up all the way from a 20th place position up to 4th and now threatening Andreasen potentially for a podium tonight. He's going to have to work to get there. They'll see 5 to go this time by under the flag stand. Vance Hibbert has grown his lead enough to where Voss hasn't really closed, but hasn't shrank anything either. Hibbert runs to the middle, closer to the top side. 15 in, 5 to go. They'll see some more lap traffic. It's going to be a little bit heavier. It's Powers, Leanne King, as well as Ryan Henry in front of him. It's going to be crucial to see how he handles this one. He'll look high on Powers, goes low. That does put Henry in his way. Henry gets in the 6.6X of Leanne King, makes contact with your leader, but Hibbert gets away. That allows Howard Voss to get closer just a tad, but as soon as I say that, Hibbert does a nice job of growing that lead once again exponentially. Vance Hibbert's been on cruise control of this one so far. in the lead since lap 6. Subaru's got Henry around. Dan O'Keefe makes contact. They spin, and yellow flag will fly just as we're about to come to the white flag here in the Hornet main event.
Eric, this is Vance's first race in a number of years. The former Hornet track champion has been battling back issues on and off. Finally got all healthy enough up, and wife Lodi said, hey, go ahead, run her. So put together the 85 car, which he was going to call the Ocho Cinco. True story.
Yep, uh-huh.
Yeah, who bought the Ocho Cinco from me.
Yep.
Has fielded vastly faster cars there, but decided to put an actual number on it instead of lettering.
Gotcha. So when talking to Howard Voss in his return, he had said he was either going to buy that car that's leading the race, or he was going to decide to fix his own. And he didn't want to fix that. Well, he ended up fixing both.
There you go.
They put some work in the 85 thanks to Brian Michelson.
Yep.
Brian Michelson either was going to buy that car or repair his own, and he would have had to repair that car if he bought it. Well, he repaired his own and then still fixed that car. So
Vance is fast. I mean, we're seeing that here tonight. He's a former track champion for a reason.
Yes.
He started towards the tail end of like the initial group of Hornet guys, like 05, 06, 07, started to roll through, and then he picked up early on in that run. So I'm thinking like 07, 08, 09. Lots of experience, and then has had to take a huge chunk of time off since then to get healthy. And now you can see the results of him getting healthy as he's got a fast hot rod here tonight at Skagit Speedway. Your all-time feature win list going back, how many years now? That's up at the top.
To 2011.
He might have been off for a pretty good amount of time within that. So, but again, he knows how to get around here, and it's showing. He's just got a green white checker to go here to be back in victory lane for the first time in a very long time.
Well, this will be big. Single file restart. Coming to a green white checkered cone out on the front straightaway. Can't pass before the cone, can't hit the cone, can't go below the cone. It's simple. Hibbard to the shock stripe. Green flag flies. Just a few more circuits around Skagit Speedway, and he'll be a winner tonight. Here comes the 007, Mike Guffey. He's looking to the outside of Tazio Andreasen, going to bring Dave Hill with him potentially. That's the race for the third spot, side by side into corner number 3. Voss gets loose, does a nice job, gets by. Now he sets his sight on Voss, does Mike Guffey. Guffey in third, looking for second of Voss. He's not going to get there, down the back straightaway for the final time. Into corner number 3, and off of corner number 4. Vance Hibbard gets it done tonight. May 4th, 2019 was the last win for Vance Hibbard, and he's a winner tonight. Checkered flag, Howard Voss in second, Mike Guffey third, Tazio Andreasen 4, and Dave Hill rounds out the top 5. But Vance Hibbard, welcome back to victory lane at Skagit Speedway. How sweet it is.
Well, they've got to get across the scale in corner number 3. Vance onto it, and if he makes minimum weight, we should see a green light fire up and turn on. It is on, and for the first time in 6 years, Vance Hibbard to victory lane at Skagit Speedway on Nelson Reisner First Responders Night. to go, Vance. One of the good guys down there. Howard Voss to the scales. As Skagit Speedway Fun Bus with some more Nelson Reisner employees down taking the run and waving out the window. Hello, crew. Heads up, there is going to be a Hornet coming right up behind you in victory lane with what should be our season champion, Howard Voss, in the car. Mike Guffey in the 07. Well, there he is. Give him a round. Vance Hibbard. Michelson meets him down in victory lane to congratulate him. A big ol' hug from John without an H. Gunderson down there as well. We'll get Guffey down in the front straightaway, up and out of the car also. Well, drivers, we need you up to the stage and to the podium, please. Eric List. There's Vance Hibbard, first time in a long time.
Well, hey, Vance, how's it going? Ladies and gentlemen, your winner tonight, Vance Hibbard. Well, welcome back to Victory Lane. Last time you were here was in 2019. It's been some work to get back here. What's it take to put you here again?
A lot of luck and some good teammates to help me get my car ready.
Now, you really looked like you could run anywhere, whether it was, the bottom or the top, but you kind of favored the middle to the top. What were you feeling there that allowed you to get around so well?
Well, I knew Howard likes to run the lower side of the track, and I didn't know where Bryce or anybody else was. And I happened to race against some of these guys because I quit racing basically in 2019. So just trying to figure where I could block the most traffic.
What's it like being back in one of these cars since not being in one since 2019?
It's actually a lot of fun, I expected a top 10. I did not expect to win. I'd like to thank Mike Guffey with Anti-Core Septic Service, Brian Michelson, obviously my wife, because without her I wouldn't be having this car at all. Steve Campbell for helping me out today, and whoever I'm forgetting, you too. Oh, and Caleb, Ocho Cinco wins.
Ocho Cinco wins indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, Vance Hibbard gets it done tonight at Skagit Speedway. Howard Voss rounds up to the second spot, and unofficially, that more than likely locks in your Hornet championship. But what a run that was, coming all the way from, look at that, the 17th position. You had to work your way through the field. How did you get that one done?
Just try and stay safe out there and, avoid all the wrecks and keep the car in one piece for the end.
You were running down Vance from time to time, and then as that A-main kind of continued, that gap grew. Anything you would have done differently to keep that gap a little bit shorter?
Nothing I really, I could have tightened up the car a little bit, less air pressure in the tires, but that was about all I had for him in this race.
Well, Howard Voss comes home second tonight, and Mike Guffey. We want to talk about coming from 17th. Well, Mike Guffey came from 20th in the 007.
Yeah,
hey, buddy, how's it going? You were excited.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
It's about time we finish a race. This is the first race we finished, and when we finished, good things happen.
You've had speed all year long. What's been the issue, and what's been fixed to put you back here?
We got a different mechanic that knew what they were doing. So I stopped working on it, somebody else started working on it, and all of a sudden it started working well.
Well, there you go. That makes the difference for you. A nice run from Mike Guffey. He comes from 20th to 3rd. But Vance Hibbard gets it done tonight here at Skagit Speedway.
Ocho Cinco wins. Well done, Vance, buddy. Proud of you, man. Congratulations. The lovely trophy queens, Blake and Haley, down trackside, along with one of our social media coordinators, Emma with 7 E's. Congrats to our Hornet podium. If you will take a look at the big screen right now, our winning 50-50 slide will come up. If you have got green ticket 0925028, you are our 50-50 winning ticket winner. 0925028. Total pot tonight, your take home for the winner is worth $1,074. We raised $2,147 total. Winner takes $1,074. Green ticket 092-5028 can go to the will call window at the south end of the racetrack. 092-5028 to the will call window. Bring your ticket with you. 092-5028. You have won the 50-50, and you can go to the will call window to claim your prize. First Responders Night, presented by Nelson Reisner, continues at Skagit Speedway. Vance Hibbard takes the first of our 3 main event trophies as the IMCA Modified's getting ready for the Survive the 55 coming up 2 weekends away here at Skagit Speedway. It's a Friday, Saturday, September 26, 27. It's over $10,000 to the winner, and we have had fantastic fields and fantastic racing for that 55-lap modified main over the 3 years that we've had it here. John DeBenedetti, Gray Ferrando, and Tom Barry, former champions of that race. Some of the best you're going to see, and they are coming to contest it here at Skagit Speedway for over $10,000 to win Friday, Saturday, September 26th and 27th. Pick up your tickets and plan to be with us. We'll have Focus Midgets on Friday night as the sport division and 360 sprint cars on Saturday night as the support division. We hope you guys will choose to come out to Skagit Speedway and finish the year off with us soon. We have got the IMCA Modified 25-lap A main event coming up here tonight. That is next on our program. Is it time to update your HVAC system? Turn to the experts at All Phase Heating and Air Conditioning. All Phase Heating has been serving Skagit County and beyond for over a decade and specializes in residential upgrades and more. Now the county's only carrier distributor, providing comfort solutions to the community with kindness, integrity, and professionalism. Call All Phase Heating and Air Conditioning for a free quote today. And once again, for everything fueling and more, it's NelsonReisner.com. Nelson Reisner, the preferred choice for quality commercial fuel services in Western Washington. Our dynamic fuel company formed through a merger of 2 family-owned and operated organizations. As these businesses join forces, they highlight the unique strengths and capabilities. This partnership has allowed them to enhance their offerings, improve company efficiency, expand market coverage, and provide clients with more comprehensive and integrated solutions. That is Nelson Reisner. Your success is our business, fueling success across industries. NelsonReisner.com. Modifieds are rolling for their 25-lap A feature.